Muslims will speak about Jesus. Buddhists will speak about Jesus. Hindus will speak about Jesus. New Age will speak about Jesus. Even Satan worshipers will speak about Jesus. Everybody will speak about Jesus. That tells you something. I lay in Zion a stumbling stone, a rock of offense. The word here for stumbling or offense here is the word in Greek scandalon. Try it. Now, what does it sound like? Scandal. And this is called the God scandal. This is going to be part one because there's so much here. Scandal here. In Greek, it means a trap or a snare or something that causes offense or something you stumble upon. Now, Romans here is quoting a prophecy in the Hebrew Scriptures about Messiah. Messiah is called a stumbling stone or a rock of offense. It's saying that Messiah is a scandal to the world. The gospel is a scandal to the world that doesn't know him. It will cause people to be offended. It will cause people even to fall, even though it's for life. What is the scandal of the gospel? The Bible also speaks that the same word is used about the scandal of the cross. What is it? I see two major ones. There's many, but there's two major ones. One is the cross. In Galatians, Paul uses the phrase, the offense of the cross. The Greek word, the scandal of the cross. The cross is a scandal to the world, to the flesh. Why? It's scandalous that a faith could be based on a man executed as a criminal. The center of our faith is an execution stake. That's radical. On churches, on roofs, on steeples, you have crosses. You know what that's equivalent to? That's equivalent to a hangman's noose. I mean, imagine celebrating that, or a gallows on a church, or an electric chair. Imagine if churches had electric chairs or images. Well, that's what the cross was. You go into jewelry stores and you'll see gold crosses and jeweled crosses. It's amazing. It's like wearing a golden noose around your neck. Now, I'm not discouraging you to do that. That's fine to do that. Or a golden electric chair. But it's telling you how radical the cross is. It's not primarily a piece of jewelry, but the fact that it could be used as jewelry, something that people see as beautiful, is telling you the awesomeness of God. That he can take an execution stake and make it something that's beautiful. Only the Messiah, only the Son of God could turn an electric chair into an object of hope. That's what the cross is. Imagine songs about that. That's telling you how radical our faith is. That's the craziness of it. An instrument of death turned into an object of hope. It's written in 1 Corinthians 1:23. We proclaim Messiah crucified. To the Jews, a stumbling block, a scandal. To the Greeks, foolishness. The cross is a scandal. It's the most holy thing, the crucifixion of sin, but it's the most unholy thing because it is also killing Messiah. It convicts the world of sin. It judges the world. It judges the flesh, the old. It is total radical. A faith that centers on a cross has got to be a radical faith. And that's why there's a lot of churches now downplaying the cross. We can never downplay the cross. That is where it all begins. That's where we're saved. And the fact that such a radical faith about the cross could spread to the world and much less become the most universal faith is a miracle itself from God. A faith that centers on the sacrifice. That goes all the way back to Leviticus, and it becomes this universal faith by so many who never knew what that whole sacrifice thing was about. It's a sign of God. This is a scandal to the world, but it's not the only major scandal of our faith. The other central scandal, and as the name of this message refers to, the God scandal, and what it is just as radical, just as crazy to the world and to our flesh or understanding. It is this. This man who grew up in Judea in the first century, this Jewish man, this rabbi, who died on that execution stake, is God. Not that he was like God, not that he's godly, not that he was filled by God, not that he was a messenger of God, he was. Not that he's an ambassador of God, not even the Son of God, which he was, but that he was God. Not as in the pagan world, that they had all these different mythologies about different deities, superheroes, son of deities. He was God. Not as in mythology about some ancient mythological tale takes place in a never land, and a place that at a time that never was. This is a real flesh and blood, first century man, time and space. In the land of Judea, in the reign of Caesar, Augustus, and Tiberius, that he was God come down. That is radical. There is no faith like this, and there is no claim like this. This is unique. It is beyond. And you see that it said this is a trilemma. Why? Because a lot of people say, well, Jesus was a good guy, or Jesus was this, or we like Jesus. People will say that all over. Even people in Hollywood say, oh yeah, well, Jesus said that. Yeah, but you can't say he was a good guy or a good man and not say, and then say he wasn't what he said he was. Because either he's a liar, he's a lunatic, or he is God. Or liar, lunatic, Lord. How radical is this? How radical. And again, that's such a radical concept could become a traditional, established doctrine of faith is also radical, also shows it could only be God. It's beyond radical. It's not speaking just of God giving a vision of himself or representing himself. God become flesh. The creator of the universe become a person in the universe. So this belief is attacked from every corner. Attacked in the secular realm, attacked in the religious realm, in all sorts of religions, attacked in the realm of pseudo-Christian religions and cults. They'll all say Messiah is something everybody, before I knew the Lord, everybody speaks about Jesus. Doesn't matter. You can read, Muslims will speak about Jesus. Buddhists will speak about Jesus. Hindus will speak about Jesus. New Age will speak about Jesus. Even Satan worshipers will speak about Jesus. Everybody will speak about Jesus. That tells you something. I remember Keith Green said, when he was coming to the Lord, he said he looked around and he was into Eastern religion and all the gurus were talking about Jesus, saying, point to Jesus. Jesus was saying, he wasn't pointing to them. He said, I am the light. So if everybody's pointing to him and he's pointing to himself, well, there's one very, very clear thing. So everybody says something. In fact, often the barometer of whether something is on target and is biblically grounded, or it's a cult, or it's off, or it's false, or whatever it is the way they view who Jesus, Yeshua, is. The Way International is a cult. Jesus is not God, he's the Father, or it's all the Father, really. Jehovah's Witness doesn't say that Jesus is God. They say that Jesus was an angel, an archangel. Liberal critics of the Bible will say Jesus was a good teacher, first century reformer. And only after, years after his death, then they kind of exaggerated and all that. It's part, they'll say they took it out of its context. That's not what he said, but no, it's clearly what he said.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Cahn, and I hope you were blessed with the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Feel free to share your reactions with your comments and how you were blessed, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.